What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be listening to a brand new song by one of my favorite bands, Hands Like Houses, called Hurricane. Now, I was introduced to this band about 8 years ago by my best friend, and since then, not only have I listened to every song that they've come out with, but him and I have actually gotten the chance to go see them live on a couple occasions. And not only are they as good live as they are in studio, but they're just a really great group of guys too, man. Honestly, they're really humble, really care about their fans, and again, put out really, really great music. So it's really hard to find any kind of fault with them. And I'm really happy they put out a new song because I know it's been a few years, namely because of, obviously what's been going on in the world and things that have been kind of putting things on hold. So the fact that they've, actually come out with a new song again makes me extremely happy, and I'm really excited to listen to it. So we'll get into the song, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the song.
Left unsaid, like gathering thunder, we spoke over each other. Now strangers tied to opposite sides of the bed. You told me I'm careless, unkind and defensive. You know I wanted someone there to hold me close. I don't mean to be heartless, I'm trying my hardest to think before I speak, but I'm voiceless.
Ooh, there we go! Man, okay, honestly, like I said, man, I've been a fan of these guys for quite some time, and it's been a while since they put out a new song. And again, obviously for obvious reasons and completely understandable reasons too. But you know how, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this because you guys are obviously fans of music too, or else you wouldn't be watching a video like this. But you know how, you have bands that, you love and that, you miss when they put out new music. And it's like, yeah, I miss listening to them. But you don't quite realize how much you miss them until they do put out a new song and you hear that for the first time again, And that's really how I feel with this song too. Because, that intro is very reminiscent of a lot of their older songs too. And obviously it doesn't sound the same, There's obvious differences between them, but it just kind of gives you that feel, you just get that vibe from it. And that's how I feel with this, man. It brings me back to that first time that I heard a song by them. And man, I miss that feeling. But dude, you could just feel the emotion in this music. You really can. And Trenton's voice too, man. I love that so much. And like I said, how they sound just as good live as they do studio. Honestly, if you were to listen to these guys live right now, if you heard their first live recording, dude, Trenton would sound exactly like this too, man. His voice is absolutely incredible. It's one of the things that kind of drew me to them in the first place. But again, that emotion that you feel in the music and kind of going back and forth between that hard rock, that post-hardcore feel, and then where they kind of break it down, they really kind of highlight Trenton's voice and then go right back into that kind of hardcore feel. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I love the contrast between the two and kind of putting them together in the same song. Really does kind of give you that feel of a hurricane, it's like that. I guess that little bit of chaos and then that little bit of calm there with, the eye of the storm, then back into the chaos again. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into that. And I gotta say too, I know this isn't a music video, but I really do like the backdrop of this. And obviously, it's a hurricane and, so it makes a lot of sense. But I don't know if it's the background behind it, but I can't tell if that hurricane in the middle is actually moving or if that's just the picture behind it. But regardless, it's really cool for the song. But the song itself really, again, brings me back to the first time I listened to Hands Like Houses for the first time. And man, it just gives me all those feels again. Makes me really, really happy. I hope I get to see him live again in the States.
So through to my skin, but I don't
That drum beat is dope too.
Self-doubt and recklessness. I know it's my fault, I'm stuck out here in the cold, but it's hard letting go of what I wished you'd said. 'Cause you told
These
me
lyrics too, man.
some kind of defensive, but no, I'm on someone that's holding me close. I'll bide my time, watch the hurricane blow by, and the clouds run dry. I'll bide my tongue, and hold on till my hands go numb. When the quiet comes, to tell me I'm broken, to leave me high and dry. 'Cause I spit in slow motion, unravel and unwind.
So damn beautiful, man. Oh. I love how they're building up right here. This is great. That little guitar part is dope too. All right, hold on. I'm sorry. One sec. Sorry, I just want to go back and listen to that one more time because I just love how, like, again, they have that little breakdown section. Things kind of build up. They break down again and then just come in hard like that. Again, for me, quintessential Hands Like Houses. I love that so much. Again, one of the things that really kind of draws me to them too is just kind of the structure of their songs. And that's one of the things like I'm really talking about here. So I'm sorry, I want to listen to that one more time though. I know I went back a little far, but it's just a great song, man. We got to listen to a lot more of it, right? So beautiful, man. Damn. Dang, man. Dude, what a way to end that song, too. That was beautiful. I love the fact that they just kind of like dropped it all out at the end there, too. Like, it was hitting so hard and then just, boom. Like, everything just dropped out. So damn beautiful, man. Again, like I said, I love the structure of their songs. They just make me so happy, especially with, like, the breakdowns and then how they just come in like that. I don't know. I just absolutely love it. And then at the end there, too, something I really love about this too is at the end there, like Trenton kind of going into that like raspy kind of screaming kind of like tone there. It really kind of brings me back to like Ground Dweller, which was like their I think it was their first like EP and all that. Like I remember like back on that like little EP and that little album, like Trenton did some screaming in that too. Like it was kind of like raspy like that, but I know on their like subsequent albums, you know, they did a lot less of that than they did on Ground Dweller. So the fact that they brought that in this song, and then again, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Hurricane, you know, it is very chaotic and a little, I guess, a little raspy too, you know, so it makes sense that they bring it back in this song. But the fact that they brought it back in this, you know, this first single that they kind of release again, It makes me really happy because I love that off that first album. And don't get me wrong, their subsequent albums incredible too. I still love them, but having them go back to like that kind of little scream too is really effing cool. This song, man, honestly, what emotion too. And again, that's one of the things that I love about their songs is the emotion that they bring, and not just in the lyrics, but just in the melody too. Like again, it's kind of quintessential post-hardcore rock, you know. So like you have that emotion, but you have that hardcore feel to it too, and that's Hands Like Houses right there, dude. I am so excited for them to go back on tour again, for them to come back to the States, because I really want to see the song be played live, because like I said, like they sound just as good live as they do like in the studio. So like I love this song studio. I want to see what it's like live. And plus they get to put like their little their little extra creativity into it when they're doing it live too. So getting that kind of unique performance is special as well. So being able to get that as opposed to just listening to the studio song over and over again, like I'm sure I will for the next handful of weeks or months. It's a little more special and it's cooler. But either way, this song itself is really cool, and it makes me really excited for what they're going to continue to come out with, man. I'm super excited for this next album or EP or whatever the hell it is that they end up releasing, because they just always put out straight bangers, man. I love these guys so much, and you better believe I'm going to be keeping an eye out for their tours in the States, because I definitely want to go see these guys live again. It's been a handful of years. I think it's time again. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the song. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, and we'll see you guys next time.